if you have dealt with grief or if you are currently grieving, you're like, okay, looking at the clock, like, when is it not going to feel like my heart is outside of my chest?
Right.
Um, but, I think that there is comfort in knowing that this is a very human experience.
Yeah.
And, like you said, Michaela, in the beginning, not one of us will ever go through life without experiencing grief.
Mhm.
Because, and you actually said this in your speech during his celebration of life ceremony, is um, where there's great love, there's great grief.
Yeah.
And we are noticing that now, because there was great love. Like, our family is, my husband always jokes, he's like, you guys are different because we are all like best friends. We literally text each other every single day. And when I say every single day,
No
I
exaggeration.
I'm not exaggerating, every single day. Even my brother, like, he would be like, give me a little space. And I'd be like, no, I love you. I'm proud of you. Like, we would literally like
Laid it on
smother.
thick. Yeah.
Um, and so I think that's another thing, is we're just like, yeah, the grief feels so wildly intense. I don't know if there's anything bigger than this feeling.
No. I really don't think that there is, and I've spoke to other people who have lost, and they say that this is, I mean, my one of my best friends and I were speaking yesterday, and, they lost somebody very close to them years ago, and she said, "Michaela, I'd rather break every bone in my body than feel that again." That
Mhm.
initial feeling of grief. Sibling loss is not discussed or written about as
Nowhere.
much. Yeah, it's we're the type where if something happens, I like to just head to the research. I'm like,
Mhm.
people find comfort in different things. Some people head to their Bibles, which we also did. Some people,
Yeah.
to friends. Some people run from it because it's just so hard to deal with. I launched into researching everything I possibly could about sibling loss, and I was very hard pressed. I mean, I did find a book
Mhm.
on it, unbook,
Right.
which thank goodness that, I had that.
But even then, it doesn't even explain really a young sibling loss, because
Right.
Tiny was
Like,
23 years old.
yes, I think it's important for us to also say that he was 23. And it was extremely sudden. And I think that when it happens suddenly to when you're anticipating it, so if somebody passes in a way where it might be happening, it's just different on both
Yeah.
accounts. They're both experiences are so heavy, and they're so unique.
Yeah.
Losing someone unexpectedly, I think, there's just that shock value that is just like a layer, that people don't talk about. But it's like you expect to grow up with this person,
Yeah.
as your sibling. You expect to raise your kids with them. You expect to,
See
that
their
if life goes,
accomplishments, and
yeah, you
yeah.
expect that if life goes the way that it, should go traditionally, you mourn your parents together. So when that person dies, this future life you've kind of depended on and anticipated for years, and in our case, decades,
Yeah.
disappears, and you're left with the unknown. And that's really scary.
I keep saying, in the matter of seconds, when I first got the phone call, in a matter of seconds, my entire value system for the last 28 years that I have known and grown to be mine, um, completely changed.
Right.
It's just shattered. And now, if you said, I want to drain your bank account, I want your career, I want your home, I want your car, I want everything from you, I would give it up in a heartbeat. And my
Yeah.
values truly changed. Nothing in that moment mattered more than my family.